It's been so long since I've been in the studio, here in front of the camera again. I'm so excited. Hello guys, long time no see. I am so happy to be back on YouTube. With the whole COVID thing, my schedule has just been flipped on its side, and I literally had no idea when my days are gonna be off and what I was gonna do on those days off, because I have quite a few projects I've been working on. One I'm almost ready to announce, but almost. I'll probably announce it later this month. But if you're watching this from the future, probably none of this really matters to you. Plus, Halloween is fast approaching and I am preparing for Halloween. Speaking of Halloween, I have a serious question for you guys. I don't know whether to just do normal videos like once a week through Halloween season and I continue to have YouTube videos again, or I'd take another break from YouTube and have a big Halloween where I'd probably have 2, maybe 3 videos a week. It just depends. Do you want to see videos now, or do you want to see a whole bunch of videos between September and October? If you have a preference, leave it in the comments below and I will read them. And now, without further ado, if you like videos like this and you want to see more of them, please hit that like button if you enjoy this video and smack the subscribe button and join the horsepower. No more horsing around. Let's get right into the video and let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is block out my eyebrows and begin the sketching process for my face. Next, I'm going to fill in the part that's not covered by the mask with my foundation, or CC cream. Before I start painting the mask itself, I'm going to be shading under the mask first. So that way if I go beyond the line, no big deal. In case you're ever wondering what shadow I'm using, for a lot of this kind of thing where I'm shading under a mask or I'm using like my skin color and I'm trying to shade under something, usually I go with the Alice palette. Yes, I know, this palette is very old. Well, not as old as some palettes I have, but it's one of the older ones I have. I'm using chessboard. Go focus. I'm using chessboard right here. It's kind of like that kind of chocolatey brown. Next color I am going with is black, or you can even use a very dark brown and use very little of it, just like literally in this corner, maybe just like where the darkest areas under the mask would be. Now I'll be covering the entire mask in black, except for obviously the places that are not black. So now I'm going to be using highlights to define more of the face behind the mask. So just kind of reshaping my face so I don't look like Batgirl. And also be kind of just like highlighting the edge of the mask and maybe some other places. But this is what we got so far. Okay, now I am going to paint the eyes. And before you do anything else, make sure you set the eye with white powder so the paint doesn't move around. Now I'm going to use gray paint and shade both eyes. I'm going to add little highlights around the edge of the eyes. With yellow paint, I'm going to paint the triangle on the forehead. Now I'm going to carefully outline the yellow triangle with red. Okay, we're going to leave the face alone for now. Now I'm going to sketch out the rest of Spider-Woman. Now I'll be filling in the basic colors, which would be black up here, red down here, and we'll do this later. While I'm still working on red, I'm going to begin doing the mask shading. There's going to be quite a lot of shading for this, so I'm going to get a head start on it just by using dark red paint. Okay, now I'm going to fill this part with black. Now I'll be working on the black spider web design on the red part. Alright, so for the chest area, I painted like this little decal thing to put on top of the chest area. So basically this whole area is going to be black, and then we're going to detail a little bit with some highlights and sticking this on. Basically, I just drew out the shape of the spider and painted it and cut it out. It's pretty simple to make. And so yeah, I'm just going to paint this black and stick this on there. And now I am using the back side of the spider and a little bit of eyelash glue and painting it on the area that will stick to my skin. Obviously not the place where clothes will be touching it. Alright, we just got a few more things to do. First of all, I'm going to be adding red body paint on my lips. You could use regular lipstick, but for this type of look, I always like using body paint just so it matches everything else. And then we're also going to be putting highlights throughout the entire thing. Add a little more highlights on the eyes and some highlights on the web design. Okay guys, I think I'm just gonna put my wig on and I'm done.